My term, instead of masking, is mimicry. You have mimicked what you felt like was typical, appropriate behavior. It's like, I'm not sure exactly what to say or do in this particular situation, but I'm witnessing them say and do things in the same situation, and it seems to work for them, so I'm going to copy that. In the case with you, assuming you have ASD level 1, that's just a really fucking smart thing to do. That was a very intelligent move on your part. And I would say, don't you ever throw that away. That's a skill that you have cultivated very well, and you want to keep it. All people do that to some degree. So I don't want you to think that, well, because I have to act, that there's something wrong with me or somehow I'm defective or flawed. No. You are an individual who thinks differently. We'll call it autism, but you're living in a neurotypical world. If you only spoke English and you were forced to live in Russia and you didn't know the language, you would pretty quickly figure out a few things to get by so that people didn't get mad at you, so that they didn't get irritated with you when they're trying to talk to you and you don't understand much of what they're saying, and you notice that they get annoyed with you when you don't understand them, and somebody else comes up to talk to you in Russian, and they're trying to get a point across, and you don't understand them, and you notice, okay, when people come up to me and try to connect with me and I act as if I don't understand what they're saying, which I don't, they get upset with me. So I'm going to act as if I understand. I'm going to pretend like I get it. And that's a survival mechanism that you had to have. Thank God you have it. Then the other piece of this equation was, how can I just be true to myself? You know, when do I turn this on? When do I turn it off? There's no shame in having this disorder. It's more widespread than you know. There is more tolerance now than there was even 10 years ago. We know that this doesn't mean that somebody is retarded or stupid or narcissistic or sociopathic. That's outdated, old school myths. That's by the wayside for the vast majority of society today. So there's nothing wrong with divulging, well, I'm just going to use the term blind spot. There's nothing wrong with divulging your blind spots to the people that are important to you. I'm going to make up an example that may or may not apply, but hopefully it will help you understand. You could say to somebody that you trust, being around this large of a crowd with all this noise really stresses me out. And so if I'm acting a little off, just to let you know, really have sensory overload right now.